Welcome to another one of my trip reports. Today I will be flying with Air Calédonie on board the only A320neo in their fleet to Sydney. Today's trip report begins at the largest airport in New Caledonia, Noumea La Tontouta Airport. Despite being the largest airport in the country, the airport itself isn't large by any means. The airport is roughly the same size as Avalon Airport in Melbourne and lies in the town of Tontouta, which is approximately 40 kilometres northwest of Noumea itself. After spending a short but pleasant stay here in Noumea, it was time for me to head home, and today I shall be doing that with Air Calédonie. A very easy and affordable way to get between Noumea and this airport is to book a ride with the local taxi service, that being AIRCALIN'S, which means rainbow in French, funnily enough. They're fairly reasonably priced and offer really amazing local drivers, which in my experience, some can speak English very well and others can only understand the basics. But they could all understand what I was saying, for the most part. Check-in for Air Calédonie is fairly large, but is hidden in the back of the check-in area. There are dedicated business class, premium economy, and economy lanes. However, once reaching the front of the queue, there wasn't really any class system. Basically, everyone was sent to whatever check-in was free. Once my bag was sent on its way, I proceeded to security and customs, which, interestingly, was flipped. Having been cleared security, I proceeded through customs and was thanked for visiting, which was a very nice touch by the customs official. After customs is a long passageway that passes over the check-in area, which leads towards a tiny duty-free hall with the usual liquor, cigarettes and oversized chocolate. There is also a small cafe with a small selection of sandwiches, cakes, drinks and coffee. I asked for an egg sandwich and Fanta, as I didn't have enough money for anything else. This was followed by the arrival of my inbound aircraft from Port Vila, which is a 2.5-year-old Airbus A320neo, registered as Foxtrot Oscar Tango India Bravo. The aircraft is the only A320neo in Air Calédonie's fleet and is nicknamed Tibarama. Soon enough the boarding call was made and I proceeded to my gate. Boarding today was from Gate 1, which commenced around 25 minutes before pushback. Air Calédonie's A320neos have a confusing seating arrangement, as it changes depending on the destination. On this flight, Noumea to Sydney, the aircraft is in a two-class configuration with 8 premium economy class seats in a European-style business class, with the middle seat being blocked, and 156 economy class seats in a 3-3 layout. The economy class seat has 30 inches of pitch and 17.2 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down and extends. In the seat pocket you'll find a safety card and air sickness bag. Above are individual reading lights, flight attendant call button and air vents. When boarding was completed, all passengers were handed out earphones.
Let's rock and roll.
Soon we commenced our pushback, 5 minutes ahead of schedule, and the safety briefing in French commenced.
Vous accueillir à nouveau sur nos vols et nous souhaitons un bon voyage à bord de cet Airbus A320eo Air Calédonie. A very good afternoon.
taxi to runway 11 via Bravo and runway 29. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff footage. After takeoff, we turned right, flying over the reef and setting course for Sydney. Flight time today is 2 hours and 51 minutes, covering a distance of 1,280 miles or 2,059 kilometers, cruising at 34,000 feet. Once we were underway, we flew directly over the stunning New Caledonian Barrier Reef, which surrounds the entire island of Grande Terre. On the back of every seat is an 11-inch entertainment screen featuring movies, TV shows and games, with some being in French and others being in English. There is also an excellent moving map feature, which I had constantly playing on the screen next to me. When the captain switched off the fasten seatbelt sign, the crew started handing out Australia's incoming passenger card, which I promptly filled in. Around 20 minutes later, the in-flight service started. On today's menu, we had a choice of braised beef cheeks with pasta or a vegetarian quiche. I chose the beef, which was very tasty and well cooked. The beef was paired with a box of other foodstuffs, which inside was a bottle of water, bread roll, cheese and cracker, and a French biscuit. I was also offered a glass of French wine, which I gladly accepted, and was a Pinot Grigio. The chocolate biscuit was really tasty, and I thought a cup of coffee would pair with it well, which it did. In time, we also passed by an unidentified reef system north of Lord Howe Island. Eventually, the Australian coastline appeared in the distance, and I could see the coastal city of Port Macquarie. Just prior to descent, a message from the Australian government in regards to biosecurity was displayed on all screens. On board the A320neo are 3 bathrooms, one at the front for premium economy and 2 at the back for economy, with everything you'd expect to find inside, including a baby changing station. As I was returning to my seat, I got one final look outside on the right hand side, and I could see in the distance was Port Stephens. Soon we commenced our descent into Sydney. On board the aircraft are 2 different sets of cameras, which come in handy, especially when Sydney Airport is directly ahead. Whilst joining the pattern for landing, we flew directly over Taronga Zoo. enjoyed this unedited landing footage.
Jusqu'à l'extinction de la consigne lumineuse. Nous vous recommanderons de prendre garde à la chute éventuelle d'objets à l'ouverture des coffres à bagages et de vérifier que vous n'oubliez rien à bord.
After landing, we taxied back to the international terminal via Alpha 4, Alpha and Golf.
Nous serons heureux de vous accueillir.
We pulled into gate 56, 20 minutes ahead of schedule. Stepping off the aircraft and back into Sydney Airport gave me ample time to review the flight I had just undertaken. After watching many different videos on YouTube about the airline, it seems like everyone has only got bad things to say about this airline, and frankly I saw none of that today. I was also debating whether I should have changed my booking and flown with Qantas, but I'm glad I chose AIRCALIN, as they did not disappoint me. When the cabin crew ask for your feedback and thoughts on how they could improve, you know that they are genuinely committed to improving service. And to be honest, I could not fault them on this flight. The plane was basically brand new, very clean, and the welcome on board and service throughout was exceptional. I would highly recommend AIRCALIN to anyone looking to travel to Noumea. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure to check out my other videos, and don't forget to push that notification bell, especially if you enjoy my content. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!